Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com and welcome to episode 2 of 12 in my 12-week Christmas countdown series for 2023. In this episode, I'm going to revisit the Handcrafted Elements Dies. You'll find it on page 21 of the September to December 2023 mini. I did a 101 of those earlier in the week. And the die we are going to be using is this ornament die. Some time ago I featured this as a sneak peek, and this week I'm going to be looking at the ornament, and this is the ornament die. And as you can see, this centerpiece here is separate. You can die cut the middle with a different coloured paper. I've already pre-die cut it, and this one I've used gold foil, and on this card we use pattern paper. You can die all sorts of ornaments in different colours, whether it's plain cardstock or coloured pattern cardstock. Then you can swap the middle around, which I've done here. So I've taken the middle of this patterned ornament and put it on the inside of the gold foil one, and I swapped the gold foil and put it in there. When you die cut the ornament, this section will be plain, but if you want a pattern on it, then all you have to do is insert this cutout into the oval die, which will cut out this detail. You simply put the cardstock in here and turn your plates around so that the marked plate or the scarred plate will be on top. Your die cut or your die will be face up with the cutting edge face up, and so that you can see where to position this center section. Insert it on the die here and then die cut it. This oval here is the same size as the oval on the ornament, so you can insert it like that, the whole of it, rather than just a cutout. As you can see, I've already cut out a gold foil one as well as a patterned one, so I'm just swapping the middle around so that the gold one is now in the patterned middle, and the pattern from this ornament is now on the gold foil one. So I won't die cut another. I'll just set that aside and run through the other cardstock you need. So the card base is a standard card base, half an A4 sheet, and in Europe this will measure 5 7/8 by 8 1/4 and folded in half. In metric that will be 14.5 by 21 centimetres. All you need is just this old olive mat there on the front, and this measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and in metric that will be 9.5 by 14 centimetres. You need the Good Tidings standard embossing folder, so the sandwich on this is different. All you need is platform 1 and 2 plate 3s in order to emboss this. The other stamp set I'm using are Stars at Night. This stamp set is part of the Oh Holy Night suite on pages 14 to 17, and it's this stamp set, and it has a coordinating hybrid embossing folder which includes the embossing folder and dies that go with it. Brushed metallic dots. Inks I'm using are Smoky Slate and Old Olive. The other item you need is some elegant trim. I've already tied a bow. Set that aside. Now, because I've pre-prepped my ornament, You can see how I've straddled the dimensionals across the scallop bit and the centre bit so that it will stay in place. Put a glue dot on the bow and stick it in the middle there. Bring in my mat and old olive ink and stamp Merry Christmas. I'm going to fussy cut this, so angle my scissors at a 45-degree angle and cut from the fulcrum. Pop dimensionals on the back, remove backing tape, and stick the sentiment along this corner here. Bring in the metallic dots and pop them on the card. There's a big one here, and a small one here. Now I know the Stamperad has retired, so if you still have yours, then by all means use it. It's fantastic when you're making multiple cards of the same design, and if you have it, I don't see why you should get rid of it. I think you should use it. Just switch the plate around and ink it up in smoky slate and stamp. So that's the inside, where you have one in cherry cobbler and one in old olive to match the card front, and you can mix and match your ornaments. So that's the tutorial for week 2 of my 12-week countdown to Christmas. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, do like and share. I'd appreciate it so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.